All right, Chris Popper here in Bangor. I am so excited. I am talking to Tricia Schimpf, who is Miss Maine. Tell me the official title.
This year they've changed it to Miss Maine for America Strong, which I thought was quite fitting.
Right? And so you won yesterday, and you were telling me down in Portland, the competition, you were telling me that you drove home from Portland, so 3 hours to get home, and it was like the longest drive of your life. You had to have been exhausted from the weekend.
I was very, not so much physically tired, but just mentally tired. And I had my friend Rochelle with me in the truck on the way home, so that helped. We just had music on and we were singing and we were laughing and just talking about the whole weekend and yawning a lot.
Miss Maine, America Strong, driving a truck.
Yeah, Chevy Colorado.
Yep. Freaking awesome. Freaking awesome.
Us Maine girls need our own trucks, I'm telling you. Right? Yes.
So you're telling me that, you weren't physically exhausted. I mean, because you're used to hauling traps, you're used to, physical out on the water, hauling traps and everything. But this was all just mental. I mean, you had to have been working nonstop playing the game. Tell us about the competition. So what was involved?
Well, I mean, like I've told you before, I only got involved 2 months ago. So it's just been a whirlwind of, trying to stay on top of all the details, making sure that I knew what was expected of me.
But they had an interview, right?
Yes.
So what did they ask you for the interview question?
We had filled out previously a judge's bio so that they could read ahead, our answers and kind of have an idea of what we were all about anyway. One of the questions they asked was, who is one of your biggest inspirations? And I, of course, said my mom, because it's very, very true. And she was down there with me and she was so excited. We had so much fun. And they asked, what will you do with your platform or your title should you win it? And I talked about accountability for how women are treated, in the trades and male dominated industries. They asked, let's see, what did they ask? Well, they asked me what makes me different, like what would set me apart from the other contestants. And I was actually one of the only contestants that doesn't have kids. So that was interesting to see. There was married women and single women, of course, the Miss and the Mrs. categories, right. But I was one of the only ones that doesn't have kids. And I have always known and appreciated the freedom that allows me to have in my life, and my ability to work around, the scheduling and all that stuff. It's a big commitment. It's a full-time job. Oh yeah. There's appearances. I have to go back down to Portland for an appearance this weekend. So if you've got kids and you've got all these other, these other humans that you have to take care of and be responsible for, you just don't have the freedom. So that was one of the things that that I wanted them to know, was that I can fully dedicate myself to this, and, the requirements and what's expected of me and the appearances, and I'll drive my truck to Portland every weekend if I have to.
Rock. So not only did you win the overall competition, but then you won for fitness swimsuit.
Yes.
So how was that? Like, I mean, you're physically fit. You're a rock star. You're on the But did you wear a bikini? Did you wear a one piece? And how was it to walk the runway?
I wore a white bikini, actually, which I had just purchased at Walmart the day before I left to go down to the pageant.
This is why you're Miss Maine. You're buying your swimsuit at Walmart.
And I won the category of all things. I was so surprised. I really, truly was so surprised. They almost had to call my name twice because I just stood there.
So
are you sure?
Right, because you're telling me now, just before we started, that they're doing all the secondary awards, and you keep getting your name called. I mean, that had to have been like a major freak out.
Oh, totally blew my mind. Like the look on my face, I'm sure. was just of shock and disbelief. Like, did they count right? Are you sure?
So you won fitness swimsuit, evening gown. I mean, tell us about your gown. What did it look like? And I mean, you probably don't wear, listen, anybody would love to take you out to a fancy ball, but I can't imagine you're going out to many fancy balls that
There's
you
not a
need
lot
an
of
evening gown.
not a lot of opportunity for that.
Well, there probably will be now that
There will be
you're
now.
Miss Maine, right?
Yes, there will be now. I love dressing up. I just don't do it very often.
So tell us what your gown looks like.
So my evening gown was gold and white, and it had kind of like a halter top with a collar around my neck and then an open back, and it was beaded with gold really sparkly beads, and then the skirt was a white, like a nice white skirt. It was beautiful. As soon as I saw it, I said,
Where did you
that's
buy
my
it?
gown. I did. Yep. It actually came from a woman in Georgia who sells pageant dresses and glamour gowns and stuff like that. So I ordered one and it was too big. And meanwhile, I'm like counting the days and the shipping, and all that stuff. I'm like freaking out because it didn't fit. And so I had to get a smaller size, which the woman Iris, who I ordered it from, she was wonderful. She was like, "Oh my God, like I'll send it to you right away." And so then I had to get it altered because it was still didn't quite fit right.
Yeah.
But it was just perfect. It was absolutely perfect.
And heels.
Yeah. 3 inches, Chris.
How was walking on heels? I mean,
it really wasn't bad. I really psyched myself up more for that than it actually was. That was more in my head than.
I mean, you're used to wearing boots and on the water and
no shoes at all. I prefer to not have any shoes on. I'm the kind of girl that goes places without shoes, and then I can't go into the store because I don't have shoes.
Okay. And most photogenic. How was it? I mean, flash bulbs in your eyes. Your eyes still must be dilated from all the. It's like walking the red carpet. It's like everybody's taking pictures.
There was no red carpets anywhere, actually. Oddly
enough.
But yes, I really truly was not expecting any of it, really. And all the other girls that were there, everyone looked fantastic, and everyone you could tell had worked so hard, and everyone was just so wonderful. There was no like competitive negativity or nastiness or anything at all. Everyone was like, "Oh, your tag is sticking out," or "Oh, I can see your bra strap," or everyone was really helpful. And like, "Oh, I have the tape like for the swimsuit to keep things in the right place
where they belong," right?
Yeah. Yes, exactly. We were letting each other borrow things and helping each other out, zipping each other up, zipping each other down. It just was really, really wonderful to feel that bond and that camaraderie, because most of the girls some of the girls had done pageantry before, but a lot of them, same as me, had never done it. So we were all like, what are we doing? So that was wonderful to have that experience.
Just as we're talking, I'm remembering a movie. It was a fantastic movie that Sandra Bullock was in about.
Yes.
Have you seen the movie about pageant and she was a FBI agent and what is
it was Miss Congeniality.
There you go, right?
Our last interview, I had said I'm kind of the Sandra Bullock of the group because I know nothing about this. And she actually ended up kicking someone's butt on stage in that movie too, which I didn't get the opportunity to do, but maybe next time.
Well, because now from here, you're going to Las Vegas.
Freaking Las Vegas. Yeah.
To compete against 49, at least 49 other ladies. I don't know if they probably send someone from District of Columbia and they like Puerto Rico. So, I mean, there's 50 some other women for the
Miss
entire
America.
title.
Miss America is the next one.
Wow.
Isn't
it? I mean, you said you woke up this morning and on your bedside table, show us the tiara, show us the crown. I mean, so there's a crown that you're wearing. I mean,
I have a crown.
did it feel like, did it feel weird to like have it on? And was it like,
Yeah,
did they give you flowers and everything?
we had flowers and
Oh.
the crown and the sash, and everything's really sparkly, which is fun. And they gave us all kinds of gifts and little goodies, and just the whole experience was, there's really not enough words. I can't, that we need like a stronger way to say thank you that really, really does it justice,
Wow.
because just everyone was incredible. The director, actually, Deb Pronovo, who's our pageant director, had won Director of the Year award, which she didn't tell us because she didn't want to take away from our, but then someone announced it. And so we were like, Deb, like, that's incredible. And she absolutely deserves it.
So,
Absolutely deserves it.
and then you also won most inspirational woman.
Did. So the other girls, I guess, the Mrs. ladies voted on these things. So, wow, thank you. You know, I really can't say enough of just how thankful I am and surprised and totally shocked.
So I would imagine, based upon like a tip now, I mean, it's COVID, but you know, in most years you would have to go to, you know, a variety of the fairs and things like that, and wear your sash and put your crown on. And
yeah, that's still gonna happen. Actually been already planning this weekend. I'm gonna go back down to Portland. There's an environmental cleanup day, volunteer cleanup day. So we're gonna go down for that. And I don't think I should wear my sash for that because they said dress to get dirty. But
wear your muck boots, and you know, you're good to go with that.
I've
right?
got the gear for that.
Yeah.
So
maybe in Southwest Harbor, we'll see you for the for the Flamingo Festival.
absolutely. So the other thing is, there's an events coordinator who keeps an eye out for events that are going on around the state, and I'm able to make suggestions as well. You know, they're down in Portland, that's where this whole thing is based from, but I want to spread it up and down the coast, because where I'm 3 hours up here, it's a whole other demographic that they would never even hear about.
Right. And
so I'm able to suggest, you know, these events, and it will obviously be easier for me to make appearances up here than it is down there, although I'm willing to do whatever.
Yeah, but you're the role model for 8, 9, 10-year-old young girls that, you know, that want to be Miss Maine. And
they
you
can
know,
do it.
we were joking about, you know, how you went from Grundon's to the dressing gown, and I mean, it's such a feel-good story. I'm so proud of you. I am so freaking proud to have, you know, interviewed you before, and I mean, I know one of the first ones afterwards to interview you, and
The first
you know,
one.
you are the local Ellsworth girl. Here, put your camera down, because all I see is your nose up. I mean, so which is gorgeous. But, you know, you're the local Ellsworth girl that, you know, I guarantee you're the first Ellsworth grad that is Miss Maine.
I mean, like I said, I wouldn't know, because it's not something that I've ever, you know, paid attention to. But well, in the Miss, I guess, so there's been Mrs. Maine for a long time, but I guess the Miss category specifically has only been around for a few years.
Yeah.
So I think I'm the third Miss Maine ever.
And you're Miss Hancock County now, you know, put that aside.
Representing
The state of freaking Maine.
Yeah.
Congratulations. I'm
Thank
so
you
proud
very
of you.
much. Thank you.
Are you do you think like all the other lobster people are gonna be giving you grief? I mean, there's a lot of good-natured ribbing, right?
They can try.
You don't want to, you know, yeah.
No, you know, the thing is, Chris, is that everyone has been so supportive. And the co-op that we sell to, the Cranberry Isles Fishermen's Co-op, they sponsored me, and I've got, text messages of good luck and congratulations. And several of my other friends, lobstering friends, by the time I got back to my dressing room after they had crowned me, my phone was
Doesn't that
full.
just doesn't that sound so weird? Like they crowned me? I mean, yeah, it's
yeah, it's weird. It's totally, I have a crown. It's crazy. But
you're royalty now. You are royalty.
Thank you. I'm still in my pajamas, so I hope you don't
Yeah,
mind.
well,
They're royal pajamas.
Right? I mean, that was so Megan Gray, who was Mrs. Maine, she posted a picture and of her going to bed the last night before she went. And I've known Megan since she was a reporter up here at Channel 5.
Oh, okay.
And okay, so I've known Megan for years, and Megan is like just Tiffany, everything is Tiffany blue, and I tease her a lot. But she went to bed and she had her crown on, she had her sash that she was holding, and I teased her. I said, Megan, I know under those blankets you've got high heels on. And she laughed and she said, no, Chris, I don't. But I know deep down, if she could have, she would have. But
those were wonderful pictures.
Yeah.
Those farewell pictures.
Yeah. Listen, I can't wait to see what you're going to do with your platform. I can't wait to follow you. You got to let me know when you're going to be making appearances, especially locally, so we can help promote it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for that. That's really one of the biggest things that I'm like, okay, the possibilities that I can create for myself and for other people, because I mean, I had, some of my friends and family down there, and it's not worth it if you don't have your people. If you can't help other people, it's just not worth it. It's not enough to just do it for me.
Well, you didn't do this
I've never been the girl who's wanted to wear a crown.
Right.
I'm gonna get used to it pretty quick.
You're gonna have to now. I mean, you're gonna have to bobby pin it in, or
Yeah.
or practice walking, with the books on your head or the crown.
Yeah, there's pins that will keep it in place, because when I walked out with it on and everyone was hugging me, it kept falling off. So.
This is so amazing.
Yeah, but yes, I'm so excited to create opportunities with this.
All right.
That's my biggest thing from now on, that I want to use this to help other people do as many philanthropic things as I can with this platform, and really help promote my community up and down the coast.
Okay, so if people want to request your appearance, then that sounds so weird to request your appearance. Do they just reach out to you on Facebook, or do they have to go through this event coordinator?
They can reach out to me. Yep, and then I would submit that to them.
Okay, and you're right on Facebook, right? I mean,
yep, I have my pageant page, Miss Hancock County, Tricia Schimpf. So I've got to edit the title now, because I have a different title now. And they can also reach out to me on my personal page too, which is Tricia Schimpf. So yeah, anyone that has.
You're going to be autographed. Yes. You're going to be at Hannaford and signing autographs with your sash, your crown, and there'll be photo ops.
It was funny because a few weeks ago I stopped at the Trenton IGA.
Yeah.
And I'm getting gas, and this person that I didn't know pulled up behind me and gets out and starts pumping gas, and we had a full-on conversation. I have no idea who this person was. But he was like, well, look who it is, the next Miss Maine. And he knew he was asking me about fishing, and he had sunglasses and a sweatshirt on. So I'm like, oh, I don't know who this person is. But it was like that was kind of like, oh, like this is going to be big. Like, this is going to change things for me.
Yeah.
Even just running, even if I hadn't actually gotten the title, just, the publicity where I had to make the posts and do the sponsors and all of that stuff. It's life-changing. It really is. It's uncomfortable, but it's fun and it's life-changing.
You're going to be so sad in a year when you have to give up this title.
Well, was, when Megan and the other girls did those, farewell posts, it was very, very bittersweet.
Yeah.
Very bittersweet.
I'm so proud of you. This is so awesome.
Thank you. And yes, you will be hearing from me regularly
Okay.
about events and, just everything. I'll keep you in the loop for sure, because
Just remember, us little people. That's all.
you guys were all up there on stage with me. Every single one of you.
Fantastic. Have a great day. Enjoy your first full day
I
as
will.
Miss Maine.
Just picture me wearing my fuzzy pajamas with silver hearts on them and my crown.
It's a sight that it's not going to leave my eyes now. Thank
Good.
you.
I'm glad.
Okay, have a great day.
Thank you so much, Chris. I'll talk to you soon.